Why did I draw this? A random drawing idea generator told me to.
Hello people of Earth, it's Minty. So the other day I was watching YouTube and I discovered this thing called a random drawing idea generator. And so I thought it might be a fun idea to use that to do a couple of drawings on my iPad. So let's get right into it. So the first app I'm using is one called Wanna Draw, and let's do it. Okay, an Easter egg as a hippie. Okay. Let's draw that then.
So then I got started drawing my sketch of an Easter egg dressed as a hippie. It was like the dumbest idea I'd ever seen, and I didn't know how to do it at first because I realized I would have to put patterns all over its face for it to even look like an Easter egg. I spared you the whole sketch because honestly it was a little bit boring, but here I am starting to color it in. At first I was going to do it with a bunch of texture, and then I realized that would probably look really weird because there's going to be so many colors, so I just did it as block colors. The first sketch I started drawing of it, I gave it like a beard that was like grey and like really long grey hair, and then I realized it just kind of looked like Santa Claus, so I realized I had to redraw it, so I gave it arms and legs and little flares, and then gave it a gigantic moustache. And I found a really cool brush on Procreate that looks like glitter, so I used that for the sleeves. Kind of would have been more fitting if it told me to draw like a leaf dressed as a hippie. Oh wait, that would look really weird. I've never actually done a video on my channel in this format before, so if you like this video then let me know and I'll do some more art challenges like this because I found it really fun. So after that I started to do some of the details on the face, like drawing in the patterns and stuff, and I realized having just 3 colors wasn't going to be enough to do the whole face, so I added some blue and some purple. It was really difficult to do this and actually still keep it looking like a face, but somehow I managed it. I'm only just realizing now that it's really weird that I gave this Easter egg a body because obviously it's an Easter egg so it doesn't have a body, but I thought it might look a bit weird if I didn't put a body, so it's got a body. I really love the little flare sleeves though, I think it works perfectly. And I wanted to give this guy a name, so I took a long time choosing, but I decided to call him Davidson. So here is Davidson, the Easter egg. But then after I'd put in all the colour, I realised it looked really weird and just like a mash of colours. So I decided to add some highlight. So I just went in after this and added some outlines around all the patterns. And then after that, I put him on a floor and put some coloured lights behind him, like disco lights, and added a little disco ball, and I think it looked really cool.
So for the second drawing, I'm going to be using this website called artprompts.org. And, stupid ads. Okay, so let's go for environment. The sun is nearly up, a bright clear glow in the east behind the trees. Another giant ad. Okay, let's do that one. That's a good one.
So for this next drawing, I actually recorded me sketching it, but then the recording of me doing the sketch completely disappeared into thin air, so here it is. So I started drawing in the person, and then I realized that it looked really weird and that it was super out of proportion, so I drew it again, and then it was still out of proportion. And I drew it again, and it was still really weird looking, because like the body is so long. So I decided to take a picture of my little wooden model person, and then I sketched over that picture, and then drew from that sketch. So this is how I normally draw people. I'll draw a skeleton of like the position that the model is in, and then I'll then I'll turn the opacity of that layer down and like draw over it and like add some volume so it actually looks like a real person. I don't know why I found this person so difficult to draw, because usually I find it quite easy to draw the skeletons, but I guess this is just a really weird position that I drew it in. So anyway, I finished the sketch of the person, and then I finally started drawing in the body properly. And I drew the arms and legs quite blocky because she's meant to be wearing pajamas, because it's like the middle of the morning and she's drinking coffee and it's sunrise, so obviously she's going to be in pajamas at sunrise. I've always thought of myself being an early riser, but then I realized I'm actually really bad at getting up early. Like, what I'll do is I'll set my alarm for like 8 o'clock, which I know isn't early for most people, and then I'll wake up at 8 o'clock and then I'll go straight back to sleep, but I'll have like 7 alarms after that waking me up again, and they just won't wake me up, and then I'll wake up eventually at like 10 o'clock and then be really annoyed and disappointed in myself for sleeping through my alarm. But then I just do it day after day after day, and I'm really bad at getting up early. So then I started colouring in this drawing and adding some texture. So the way I always do it is I draw in the block shape of the face, just with a simple brush, and then I'll make a layer above that and select multiply on the layers thing, and then click on it and click clipping mask, and then use the flicks brush with the same color underneath it and go over that to give it some texture. I don't know if that made any sense, but hopefully it did. The only problem with this technique is it looks really nice, like I love how it looks afterwards, but it takes so long. This drawing says I took like 2 hours on it, and that's only counting the time that your finger is literally touching the screen, which is like not most of the time. So after that I drew in the coffee, and then I added the footstool because her legs looked really weird just hanging in nowhere. Then I started to do the fence, and I realized that the fence was the exact same color as the chair. So I just made the texture brush a lot bigger for the fence so that it wouldn't look like it's literally the same thing, just blending. And then I did the trees, and there's a really weird story about the trees. So I drew the trees, and then I put them on a layer and turned the layer off for a bit, and then I couldn't find it later, so I had to redraw it all over again. Then I started on the sky. I love drawing sunsets and things like that because pretty much all you gotta do is just draw a bunch of colors next to each other and then blur it, and it looks so good. But the sky looked a bit weird compared to everything else, so I added some texture to that as well. And I really like how this sun turned out because I managed to make it look like the sun was actually like glowing and sending out light. And then I added these sun rays, which I think was like the best part of the entire thing. I also decided to add a little bunny in the foreground of the sketch, which I think was really cute. And if you look all the way to the left side of the sketch, there's actually like a little person that you can see peeking out the window. And I thought that would just be a cute touch, especially because it's wearing the exact same clothes as the adult. I found drawing those trees so fun and relaxing because it's basically just layering a bunch of colors on top of each other, and it was just really satisfying for some reason. So here I am drawing in the window, and then I decided I should use drawing assist so it actually looks like a window and not just a random blob. And then I started to draw in the person inside. And I have this technique of drawing glass where I'll just draw a layer of blue where the glass is going to be, and then turn the opacity of the layer down so it just looks like you're looking through glass. I think it looks really cool. And then I drew in the little person in the window, and I gave it some hair, and I realized that I should have probably made it higher up in the window so you can actually see the clothes. Then I did the roof, and then I drew in the bunny. I think this bunny is so cute. If you can remember the bunny with eyes too big for its head in like my second video, comment down below. I gave the bunny little pink patches on its cheeks to make it look like it's really cold outside. And I gave it a little grey tummy, and I think it's really cute. Then I drew in these tulips, which I really like because the colour is so pretty. So then I drew in the faces, and I'm so bad at faces. They always look really weird no matter how hard I try to make them look good. I tried like 4 times and then decided it would just have to do. And then I realized the hairline was way too far back and it looked weird, so I changed it. Then I gave the little girl in the window a face, and I think she turned out really cute, although she looks a bit creepy. So here I'm searching for my trees, and I could not find them anywhere, so I had to draw them all over again, which was kind of annoying because I really liked how they looked before, and I do not know where that layer went. It just disappeared into nowhere. Then I turned on the sky, and it was almost finished, and I signed it, and it was done. Comment down below if you like the autumn drawing, or Davidson the hippie Easter egg better.
Thanks for watching my video. I hope you like the drawings. Let me know if you like this video and tell me if you want me to do more videos like this. Thanks for watching. Bye! Shut up.